Class 8 Science, Biology, Chapter Microorganisms. Lecture 1. Module 1. Microorganisms, Friend or Foe. Introduction to Microorganisms. We see several kinds of plants and animals around us. However, there are other living organisms around us, which we cannot see with eyes alone. These are called microorganisms or microbes. You might have observed that during rainy season, moist bread gets spoiled and its surface gets covered with grayish white patches. When these patches are observed through a magnifying glass, we see tiny black rounded structures. Microorganisms. Water and soil are full of tiny organisms, though not all of them fall into the category of microbes. These microorganisms or microbes are so small in size that they cannot be seen with the unaided eye. Some of these, such as fungus that grows on bread, can be seen with a magnifying glass. Others cannot be seen without the help of a microscope. That is why they are called microorganisms or microbes. Microorganisms are classified into four major groups. These groups are bacteria, that is spiral bacteria, rod shaped bacteria, algae, Chlamydomonas spirogyra, protozoa like amoeba, paramecium, fungi like bread mold, penicillium, aspergillus. Viruses are also microscopic. Viruses reproduce only inside the cells of the host organism. The host organism may be bacterium, plant, or animal. Common ailments like cold, influenza, or flu, and most coughs are caused by viruses. Serious diseases like polio and chickenpox are also caused by viruses. Diseases like dysentery and malaria are caused by protozoans. Diseases like typhoid and tuberculosis, that is a TB, are caused by bacteria. Module 2. Where do microorganisms live? Microorganisms are unicellular, that is single celled, and multicellular, that is many celled. Single celled microorganism or unicellular are bacteria, some algae, protozoa. And multicellular organisms are algae and fungi. Where do microorganisms live? They can survive under all type of environment ranging from ice cold climate, hot springs, deserts, marshy lands. Microorganisms are also found inside the bodies of animals, including humans. Some microorganisms grow on the body of other organisms, inside the body of other organisms. Some microorganisms exist freely. Microorganisms like amoeba can live alone. Fungi and bacteria may live in colonies. Module 3: Microorganisms and us. Friendly microorganisms making of curd and bread. Microorganisms and us. Microorganisms play an important role in our lives. Some of them are beneficial in many ways. They are called friendly or friends microorganisms, whereas some others are harmful and cause diseases. They are called harmful or foe microorganisms. Friendly microorganisms. Microorganisms are used for various purposes. They are used in preparation of curd, bread, and cake. Microorganisms have been used for the production of alcohol since ages. They are also used in cleaning up of the environment. For example, the organic waste like vegetable peels, remains of animals, feces, etc., are broken down by bacteria into harmless and usable substances. Bacteria are also used in the preparation of medicines. In agriculture, they are used to increase soil fertility by mixing nitrogen. Making of curd and bread. Curd contains several microorganisms. Of these, the bacterium Lactobacillus promotes the formation of curd. It multiplies in milk and converts it into curd. Bacteria are also involved in the making of cheese, pickles, and many other food items. Yeast reproduces rapidly and produces carbon dioxide during respiration. Bubbles of the gas fill the dough and increase its volume. This is the basis of the use of yeast in the baking industry for making breads, pastries, and cakes. Lecture 2, Module 4: Commercial use of microorganisms. Medicinal use of microorganisms. Commercial use of microorganisms. Microorganisms are used for the large scale production of alcohol, wine, and acetic acid, that is, the vinegar. For this purpose, yeast is grown on natural sugars present in grains like barley, wheat, rice, crushed fruit juices, etc. The typical smell of alcohol is due to the conversion of sugar into alcohol by yeast. This process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. Louis Pasteur discovered fermentation in 1857. Medicinal use of microorganisms. Whenever you fall ill, the doctor may give you some antibiotic tablets. Capsules of injections such as of penicillin. The source of these medicines is microorganisms. These medicines kill or stop the growth of the disease causing microorganisms. Such medicines are called antibiotics. These days, a number of antibiotics are being produced from bacteria and fungi. Some of the commonly known antibiotics which are made from fungi and bacteria are streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin. Antibiotics are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms. And are used to cure a variety of diseases. Antibiotics are even mixed with the feed of livestock and poultry to check microbial infection in animals. They are also used to control many plant diseases. It is important to remember that antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Also, you must complete the course prescribed by the doctor. Also, antibiotics taken unnecessarily may kill the beneficial bacteria in the body. That is the good bacteria. Antibiotics, however, are not effective against cold and flu as these are caused by viruses. In 1929, Alexander Fleming was working on a culture of disease causing bacteria. Suddenly, he found the spores of a little green mold in one of his culture plates. He observed that the presence of mold prevented the growth of bacteria. In fact, it also killed many of these bacteria. From this, the mold penicillin was prepared. Module 5. Vaccine. When a disease carrying microbe enters our body, the body produces antibodies to fight the invader. If the microbe enters again, the body also remembers how to fight the microbe. Vaccine. If dead or weakened microbes are introduced in a healthy body, the body fights and kills them by producing suitable antibodies. The antibodies remain in the body and we are protected from the disease causing microbes. This is how a vaccine works. Vaccination prevents several diseases, including cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox, and hepatitis. Vaccination is essential to protect all children against these diseases. Necessary vaccines are available in the nearby hospitals. You might have seen the advertisement on TV and newspapers regarding protection of children against polio under the Pulse Polio program. Polio drops given to children are actually a vaccine. A worldwide campaign against smallpox has finally led its eradication from the most parts of the world. These days, vaccines are made on a large scale from microorganisms to protect humans and other elements from several diseases. Edward Jenner discovered the vaccine for smallpox in 1798. Module 6: Increasing soil fertility, cleaning the environment. Increasing soil fertility. Certain bacteria and blue green algae are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and increase its fertility. These microbes are commonly called biological nitrogen fixers. The waste of plants, vegetables, fruits are collected from the nearby houses and gardens. They are put in a pit meant for waste disposal. After some time, it gets decomposed and gets converted to a manure. Large amounts of dead organic matters in the form of decaying plants and sometimes dead animals is seen on the ground. They disappear after some time. This is because the microorganisms decompose dead organic waste of plants and animals, converting them into simple substances. Cleaning the environment. These substances are again used by other plants and animals. Thus, microorganisms can be used to degrade the harmful and smelly substances and thereby clean up the environment. Lecture 3, Module number 7: Harmful organisms, disease causing microorganisms in humans. Harmful microorganisms. Microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Some of the organisms cause diseases in human beings, plants, and animals. Such disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. Some microorganisms spoil food, clothing, and leather. Disease causing microorganisms in humans. Pathogens enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat. They can also get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person or carried through an animal. Examples of such diseases include cholera, common cold, chickenpox, tuberculosis. When a person suffering from common cold sneezes, fine droplets of moisture carrying thousands of viruses are sprayed in the air. The virus may enter the body of a healthy person while breathing. There are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease causing microbes. Housefly is such one carrier. The flies sit on the garbage and animal excreta. Pathogens stick to their bodies. When these flies sit on uncovered food, they may transfer the pathogens. Whoever eats the contaminated food is likely to get sick. So it is advisable to always keep food covered. Avoid consuming uncovered items of food, as covered food reduces the risk of food poisoning. Another example of a carrier is the female Anopheles mosquito. It carries the parasite of malaria. The female Aedes mosquito, it carries the dengue virus. All mosquitoes breed in water. Hence, one should not let water collect anywhere in coolers, tires, flower pot, etc. By keeping the surroundings clean and dry, we can prevent mosquitoes from breeding. Module 8. Common human diseases caused by microorganisms. Some common human diseases caused by microorganisms are like tuberculosis, caused by bacteria. The mode of transmission is air. Disease named measles, caused by virus. The mode of transmission is via air. Chicken pox, caused by virus. The mode of transmission is via air or contact. Polio, caused by virus. Mode of transmission is via air or water. The preventive measures. Keep the patient in complete isolation. Keep the person belongings of the patient always from those of the others. Other human diseases like polio caused by virus and the mode of transmission is via air or water. Preventive measures. Vaccination to be given at a suitable age. Cholera caused by bacteria. Transmission of mode is water or food. Typhoid caused by bacteria. Mode of transmission is via water. Hepatitis A caused by virus. Mode of transmission is via water. Malaria caused by protozoa. Mode of transmission is via mosquito. Preventive measures. Maintain personal hygiene and good sanitary habits. Consume properly cooked food. Drink boiled drinking water for hepatitis A. Vaccination. Use mosquito net and repellents to prevent malaria. Spray insecticides and control breeding mosquitoes by not allowing water to collect in the surroundings to prevent malaria disease. Lecture 4, Module 9, Disease causing microorganisms in animals, and also the disease causing microorganisms in plants. Some common animal diseases caused by microorganisms. Microorganisms also cause diseases in animals. For example, rabies, a disease that affects animals like dogs, and foot and mouth disease that affects cattle. Rabies and foot and mouth disease of cattle are examples of animal diseases caused by viruses. Whereas a dangerous human and cattle disease caused by a bacterium. Disease causing microorganisms in plants. Several microorganisms cause diseases in plants like wheat, rice, potato. Sugarcane, orange, apple. Some common plant diseases caused by microorganisms. Plant diseases, citrus canker, caused by microorganism bacteria. Mode of transmission is via air. Disease named rust of wheat, caused by bacteria. Mode of transmission is via air or seeds. Yellow vein mosaic of bindi, okra, caused by virus. Mode of transmission is via insect. Module 10, Food poisoning. Food poisoning. Food poisoning, as the name suggests, is the disease that results from the consumption of contaminated food. Symptoms of food poisoning are vomiting, nausea, severe pain in the abdominal region, diarrhea, dehydration. It may also cause weakness, fatigue, and damage to the nervous system. These symptoms arise due to the presence of bacteria or other microbes in the food or due to the injection of toxins contained in food, including those produced by bacteria. Some bacteria like Clostridium and Staphylococcus and fungi like Aspergillus cause food poisoning. Food must be properly prepared and properly stored to prevent food poisoning. Food poisoning can occur when food is left unrefrigerated for long periods of time. Sometimes mishandling also causes food poisoning. Those who handle or prepare food should wash their hands to prevent contamination of food. Lecture 5, Module 11, Food Preservation, Chemical Method, Preservation by common salt, sugar, oil, and vinegar. Food preservation. Microorganisms spoil our food. Spoiled food emits bad smell and has a bad taste and changed color. Spoiling of food is a chemical reaction. Chemical method. Salts and edible oils are the common chemicals generally used to check the growth of microorganisms. We add salt or acid preservatives to pickles to prevent the attacks of microbes. Sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfite are common preservatives. They are also used in the jams and squashes to check their spoilage. Common salt has been used to preserve meat and fish for ages. Meat and fish are covered with dry salt to check the growth of bacteria. Salting is also used to preserve amla, raw mangoes, tamarind, etc. Preservation by sugar. Jams, jellies, and squashes are preserved by sugar. Sugar reduces the moisture content which inhibits the growth of bacteria which spoil the food. Preservation by oil and vinegar. Use of oil and vinegar prevents spoilage of pickles because bacteria cannot live in such an environment. Vegetables, fruits, fish, and meat are often preserved by this method. Module 12, Food Preservation, Heat and Cold Treatments, Storage and Packing. Heat and cold treatments. Boiling kills many microorganisms. We keep our food in the refrigerator. Low temperature inhibits the growth of microbes. The milk is heated to about 70 degrees centigrade for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled and stored. By doing so, it prevents the growth of microbes. This process was discovered by Louis Pasteur. It is called pasteurization. Pasteur's milk can be consumed without boiling as it is free from harmful microbes. Storage and packing. These days, dry fruits and vegetables are sold in sealed air packets to prevent the attack of microbes. Module 13. Nitrogen fixation, nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen fixation. The bacterium called rhizobium is involved in the fixation of nitrogen in leguminous plants or pulses. Rhizobium lives in the root nodules of leguminous plants, such as beans and peas, with which it has symbiotic relationship. Sometimes nitrogen gets mixed through the action of lighting. But you know that the amount of nitrogen in the atmosphere remains constant. You may wonder how. Let us understand this in the next section. Nitrogen cycle. Our atmosphere has 78% nitrogen gas. Nitrogen is one of the essential constituents of all living organisms as part of proteins, nucleic acids, that is DNA and RNA, chlorophyll, and some vitamins. The atmospheric nitrogen cannot be taken directly by plants and animals. Nitrogen cycle. Certain bacteria and blue-green algae present in the soil fix nitrogen from the atmosphere and convert it into compounds of nitrogen. Once nitrogen is converted into these usable compounds, it can be utilized by plants from the soil through their root system. Nitrogen is then used for the synthesis of plant proteins and other compounds. Animals feeding on plants get these proteins and other nitrogen compounds. When plants and animals die, bacteria and fungi present in the soil convert the nitrogenous wastes into nitrogenous compounds. These converted nitrogenous compounds are absorbed by the plants again from the soil and are used for their various life processes. Certain other bacteria convert some part of them to nitrogen gas, which goes back into the atmosphere. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel to get more updated content of different topics and different subjects. Thank you.